All right, y'all already know who it is, man. Good Dot back again once again. Let's lock in. Shout out to the IPA, International Passport Association and affiliates. Good Ducks, Good Books merch. Description area below. There always seems to be one question that Filipinas, women abroad, or even women in the United States ask a guy, and it seems to trouble men, or it seems to stump guys, because they always seem to get the answer to this question wrong. Which is why today, I'm going to tell you right now to have this prepared, especially when you're dealing with Filipinos or when you go abroad, all right? That one question is, why me, right? Out of all the women, from the woman's perspective, that you could have talked to overseas, abroad, Philippines, Brazil, Colombia, why did you choose me specifically to talk to? Now, a lot of guys get this wrong. Damn near the majority of guys get the answer to this question wrong. Now, I'm not saying that there's a specific answer that goes into this, because every girl, every situation requires a different answer. So I hope you don't think a cookie cutter one is gonna cut the mustard. But 9 times out of 10, y'all get it wrong because A, you probably focus on physical attributes, right? If a young lady is top heavy and you say the reason I'm rocking with you because you top heavy, you gonna get X'd out quickly. If you focus on the assets, you feel me? Chances are you're gonna get X'd out. And the reason you're gonna get X'd out is because they're used to being complimented on these things probably on a daily basis. If you caught them on social media, or you saw them on a dating site or whatever, and you see that they're leading with their cleavage or they're leading with ass shots, chances are you know that they are used to getting complimented on this, because thirsty ass dudes are gonna make sure that they draw attention to the thing that the young lady is putting in the picture or the video or whatever. If you also answer something lame like, oh, I think you have a great personality, and chances are you're gonna get X'd out too, because that's just a boring fucking answer, right? So when it comes down to it, guys, y'all really have to come up with not necessarily a creative answer, but you have to come up with something that will pass the bullshit test, right? Bullshit test is when you know you want to hook up with a girl, and a girl knows that you just want to hook up with her, and you give some lame ass answer, the BS answer. She just gonna take it in one ear and out the other. Had a conversation with a young lady a couple days ago, like just having a general conversation with some women, and I was like, what kind of answers are you looking for when guys ask this question, right? And I'm gonna give you the sauce, but I think you guys pretty much know what it is. But one young lady said, I love it when they compliment me on something more than just my beauty, right? I know I'm fucking beautiful. 9 times out of 10, the girl that you're talking to knows that she's a baddie. She know that she badass. She know that she can probably get any guy in the world that she wants to. So if you leave a BS answer, like I said before, she just gonna throw that shit to the side, right? But one thing she said is, I like guys who compliment me on something other than something that I'm used to being complimented on. Like, she believes that she has really nice eyes, but because a lot of guys seem to focus on everything from the neck below, she doesn't get a lot of compliment on her eyes, right? So she was like, if a guy focuses on something that is, complimentable, but not necessarily something I'm used to getting complimented on, you may have my attention, because now I'm noticing that you're seeing me for something other than basically an object, right? That's what she said. Other girl says, I love a guy who loves my energy. Right? Now that energy, synchronous type, getting in touch with your chakra type shit, that's not everybody's vibe. But I do believe that when you do compliment a young lady, like, you seem like somebody I really can rock with, or somebody that I'm really interested in getting to know because your energy seems to be vibing with mine, that may get you in the door. Again, for some people that may sound lame, but for somebody like myself, I'm attracted to positive energy. Like, I'll tell a girl straight up, if I wasn't married, I'm attracted to positive energy. I'm attracted to somebody who I feel is basically welcoming, right? A lot of guys would call that choosing signals, right? But a girl that's welcoming and her energy is welcoming, like I see you smiling at me and I know that you're okay with me coming over there to have a conversation with you, I'm gonna go over there and talk to you, right? And I was attracted to young ladies who had that type of energy, right? So if you compliment them on things other than the assets and, a BS answer like personality, chances are it'll probably get you in the door. I remember my go-to line was eyes and smile. And although I may have used that on more than one occasion, I meant it. There were a lot of girls that I found myself attracted to because I hate to say this, but I'm an honest guy. But there are 3 things that I look for in a young lady. And I told y'all this in the video. I probably dropped the video, this was years ago, but there were 3 things that you know, I kind of like in any woman. I don't care if she's Filipina or not. She gotta have nice teeth, aka all the teeth in her mouth. Her breath can't stink. That goes hand in hand. She gotta have pretty hands. She gotta have pretty feet. When I say pretty hands and pretty feet, don't mean manicured to the T. That just means you take care of yourself, right? I can't deal with no bitch with no crusty ass toes. Can't deal with no bitch with some crusty ass fingers, because if you're gonna prepare my food with them crusty, dusty ass hands, not happening, right? These are why I personally look for these features and characteristics in a young lady. And then of course, teeth. I'm gonna be kissing on you, girl. If you got badass breath or you got that smoker's breath, can't fuck with smokers, I can't rock with you. But those were my reasons why, right? And I had my reasons. So vice versa, if a young lady has her reasons why she would choose you, you got to make sure that you say things that will get her within your aura or your orbit, right? Bring her into the fold, right? That's where you want to. You don't want to repel, excuse me. You want to bring her into the fold. So you got to make sure that you have an answer prepared when a woman asks, why me? Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in that sticky, icky situation where you're like, shit, I really want this shit. I want to bag this. I really want this girl, but I don't know what to tell her, right? Because it stumps a lot of foreigners. Probably more often than not. A lot of guys get stumped with that question. And then if they lose out because they gave a BS answer, they'll be like, fuck that bitch, I don't want her anyways. But technically, you know deep down inside you really didn't want that ass. So make sure that you put a little effort and energy into your answer of why me, right? Because the question's going to come. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If you talk to a young lady for a long enough period of time and this just isn't somebody that you met on the street, chances are you're going to have to answer that daunting question of why me. And you got to make sure that your answer is substantial, because if it's not, I promise you, she'll be like, this motherfucker ain't about nothing, and she'll just dismiss you. And she probably won't respond to any of your text messages or phone calls anymore. And I only say this if you really care about transitioning this into something more than just a conversation. Right? If you don't care, I can't tell you how to rock. I'm just focusing on the guys who actually have a care of transitioning the conversation into just a little bit more. All right, but if you guys have anything else that you want to tackle in the comment section below, maybe you have a ironclad response or answer to the why me question. A lot of people do. Kind of cookie cutter standard for themselves, but they kind of just, tweak it a little bit to make it suitable to a particular young lady, depending on who they talk to. You just got to make sure that you are ready for that question. Because again, that question can make or break you. And the majority of these young ladies know that's the make or break question, because that will solidify whether she wants to continue talking to you or if she's going to recognize game or recognize BS and say, you know what? Nah, this ain't it. This ain't the play. All right. Thank you for your time, effort, and energy. It's been a good day, man. Y'all take care, man. Y'all stay blessed, bro. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Doc is out. Peace.